little dancing on it. We're live on the post-game breakdown. So we were talking about broccoli. So, Coach, I have RJ here. Why don't you share a little bit about what broccoli means?
Broccoli means options. And yeah.
So I would yell out to the team, I'd say broccoli, broccoli. And that meant that what you want to do, and it's actually kind of the reverse of RJ kind of misremembers a little bit, is it was more of a forechecking item, which is you want to take away the options, because if you give an opponent that they want to have tacos, pizza, or broccoli, they're never going to pick broccoli, but we want them to pick broccoli. So broccoli, which meant to the players to take away the other player's option, force them into something bad. It was about forechecking. Instead of forechecking straight at a player, which gives him an option left or right, push him where you want him to go. Push him to the broccoli. So that's why I was a very loud coach that season, right, RJ? Big secret
and
coach.
It worked.
Anyway, though.
It worked.
Hey, I love that. I love new ideas. Yeah, I mean, take away the option on the forecheck. RJ, give me an example of when you would say broccoli in a forecheck scenario. I'm just trying to visualize it in my head.
Basically, I would think a good example was, like that season I was playing forward, but imagine it being your defender, and they kind of get the puck like on a breakout, and they're coming up the boards on their zone, and your defense is coming backwards. I would think what you want to do is force them to the boards, because then they have nowhere to go. If you force them to the outside, they can pass and things. So basically, you want to give them the outside, like this middle of the ice, is like tacos and stuff like that, and the board.
Tacos and pizzas and donuts.
Yeah, they're gonna go to tacos and stuff, because not only are they delicious, but plus it's where they have no space. So you want to force them into broccoli.
We were a very robust team. We had great post-game meals. We're all hungry.
Yeah, totally.
But yeah, RJ's right. It was really about, if you were yelling broccoli, it was really telling your teammates that you're going to be pushing them to one side or the other.
Yeah.
And that's really what it came. But yeah, good memory. That was a couple of years ago. So that we had that.
Yeah, that was a great season. The only reason we lost is because bad positioning.
Yeah, we lost in was it double or triple?
Double overtime the state championship.
Yeah, we lost double overtime state championship. It was double overtime state championships, and we when it goes to there, it goes down to 3 versus 3. So we were in a second overtime of 3v3 and
2v2.
Well, unfortunately we set an offensive zone face-off, and our winger set up on the boards instead of in the slot. And so when we lost the face-off, he got pinned behind the play, and it ended up being a
breakaway.
Well, a defense pushed, and it was a 1-0 from the far blue line in, and Matty Shaw, the goalie, he did his best, but it was a great shot. I think it was almost far down. So.
Wow. It was one of those moments that is like a movie.
Yeah, it was a movie. But we were losing.
That's what I remember.
In high school, we were playing in the finals, in the district finals, and we were playing Roseau. And this was back when Minnesota only had one tier of high school teams, so there was only one tier. And we were tied in the third period. We went into overtime, and we hit the post twice in overtime. We ended up losing it, and then Roseau ended up making it to state in our place, and they ended up winning state. But it was like that was our year. But that team we had, RJ, we were a very defensively structured team. We were all defense. We had our positioning, our goaltending, everything we did was defensive minded first. And I think we played 20, maybe 25 games. I think we lost 3 all season. So I think we went 22-3. But we could score, but man, our defensive structure was like you could not break it down. I mean, we were just our position. I don't know. It's just what we did. It's just how we worked. So.
That team we had. We're more like kind of the opposite. We're more offensive.
Oh yeah.
Games, but the way it works, we just keep them in their offensive zone and don't let them get a bunch of shots. And plus, our goalies were very reliable. They can stop a lot of shots.
Yeah, Coach. That was a fun year, but actually it goes to show you what RJ's talking about is we spent probably 70% of the year or more in their zone. So it was really it was a different kind of defensive structure. It was but regardless, hey RJ, thanks for hanging out here. I'm gonna finish wrapping up with Coach here. If you want to watch, you can get on YouTube. But anyway,
Nice. Thank you for having me. Bye bye.
So Coach, along those lines, I was thinking, hopefully we don't go much longer in this out of hockey or whatnot, but perhaps we can do a couple interviews with the other coaches or with players to kind of spotlight them a little bit.
Yep.
Like I was thinking, like we can call it we gotta come up with some catchy, a minute with I don't know, player's perspective or something, just to keep them engaged. Because I saw today we had 12 players today on there, so that's a good number though. I mean, what do we have? 15 total?
Yeah, we had a couple. Actually, there was a few of them that had church confirmations tonight. And when we set this up on a Wednesday, I had that in the back of my mind that there may be some of our players that have prior obligations with church. And I wasn't sure exactly what their schedules were. So that's where the other players were. So knowing that, we're pretty close to 100%. Actually, I think we were at 100% attendance. So I like the interviewing the coaches, and then I also like maybe some videos, like you said, that hockey tricks video, and maybe I could look at that over the next day or two, a couple of them online, and then like the one that we saw last week, and we could maybe when we the coaches, we do just maybe each coach just does kind of like a couple one-liners about what maybe some thoughts for the team, and then they could say, oh, by the way, and here's some of my tricks that I've learned over the pause.
That's all I've learned is how to gain weight, but I like it. So we'll take a look through. What are you thinking for next skill session a little bit? I feel like we really need to find a forecheck video. What do you think?
Yes, that is an area where we as a team, we need to, that's something that we need to work on. So, and it has not been a focus. I think we've worked on a lot of skating, a little bit of, breakout, obviously, a little bit of offensive zone, D zone, but, not passing. We've worked on shooting, a lot of shooting. But the forecheck, I think, needs to be when they're running in that zone, they need to know without hesitation where they're going. So let's both research that. I would agree.
The legs. This team can skate, so we should start exploiting that.
I agree. Because I think we've done the wingers breakout, we've done the D breakout. I think everyone in general has got a pretty good idea of our defensive zone breakout. And then after the forecheck, if we wanted to do the next one on kind of maybe, D zone coverage, I don't know, or we just stay in the offensive zone and forecheck, and then we go into, offensive zone structures, the triangle and shooting in the slot and, kind of maybe something like that, isolating. Or I know Nolan would love to see one on feeding the defenseman. So
give Christian something. I don't know. I fortunately I have a lot of goaltender friends and goaltender coaches, so I'll see if I can find one out there if you have something. But maybe we even pair it. Maybe we do like a 3 or 4 minute goalie focus and then 3 or 4 minute something else.
I got an idea on that. We could do is we could talk to Coach Pete. He runs the goaltending attitude out of Wayzata, and he might even, maybe we could just do a one-off with Christian, you know what I mean, the coaches, and then just do a separate one for him. You know what I mean? That might not be a bad idea, as well as doing the forecheck one. So that would be kind of a separate one. I can talk to Coach Pete tomorrow, and I'll see if he has any ideas, or maybe because he might be doing something like this already with some of his other teams or goalies,
I mean, I would not be surprised then, certainly. So, like a true good head coach, and as a former head coach here, is you find a goalie coach.
That's right.
That's what you do. It goes, all right, well, Coach, we're appreciate the time tonight. I haven't had dinner yet, so we'll find that out. And
okay.
Go through, but we'll talk. We'll find another one. So thanks everybody who watched, which was nobody, but they might watch on the recording. So
Yeah. Hey, thanks a lot, Coach Hill. You're the best. Okay.
same to you. Cheers.
Over and out.